blessing upon our mayor and city council members and upon all who have gathered for this time together. We pray that your will be done in all that is said and done here and discussed and decided. Pray that you'll bless our community, all those who live and work in Jeffersontown and throughout this commonwealth, this nation, and the world. We pray, O God, for peace in our time. And we ask that your presence be felt in this meeting. For it is in your holy name we humbly pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to call George Fortune to the stand, please. Hello, sir.
I was here 2 weeks ago. I hope you remember me.
I remember you.
That was wonderful. Madam Mayor, members of the board, City Council. I'm here for a different reason tonight.
Okay.
As you know, I was here to thank the fire department and the EMS people for the great service they provided my wife and I for 10 years.
Right.
And I still live on Old Hickory Road, been there 49 years. My wife passed in April, and my little toy poodle doesn't understand why I leave her at home by herself.
I get you.
Now, if you don't mind, Police Department Representative, sir, would you step forward, please? I learned if you smile and say please, all those kinds of things, it works better. George Fortune, sir. Just have a stand right there. My younger brother, James Allen Fortune, served 34 years in law enforcement. He did 25 years with Memphis, Tennessee, retired as a lieutenant. He went to Germantown, Tennessee, which is just east of Memphis, served 9 years, and was medically retired as chief of police at Germantown, Tennessee. He was playing golf, had a heart attack, triple bypass, strokes, and was declared medically unfit to continue serving in law enforcement. After treatment, therapy, medication, he got into security work, and he did that for approximately 12 years. He passed away October of 17, pulmonary fibrosis and pneumonia. He had no lungs left to breathe with. But he did 34 years in law enforcement. While he did that, he did 6 years in the Mississippi National Guard. And to honor my brother, do you all have a board that you display patches from other departments? Good, because if you didn't have one, I was going to suggest that the mayor and the city council spend a few of those shekels that I've been giving out every year for the last 49 years and buy you one. So I would like to present to you a patch. I got this in the mail this morning from the Germantown, Tennessee Police Department. Put it on the board and honor my brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fortune. You're one of our citizens that really sincerely care about law enforcement and about our city, and thank you for taking your time to come up here. Good for you. Well, thank you.
Service.
Thank you, Bruce. Good for you. Good for you. Next, we have Jeff Moran. Hello, Jeff.
Hi, guys. Hope the heat's not getting to anybody. Long time no see.
I was going to say,
I've got a question about removing a stop sign. Mark, you may remember when I brought that petition of, I think it was 19 people, 1 no, and 18 for the stop sign at Bayonne Court and Lethborough. During that time, I got it because of all the kids in the neighborhood and the driving behavior. We pretty much don't have the kids in the neighborhood anymore.
I grew up.
We've got them down in the court, but they're not up in the Lethborough area. we also have new people coming through, buying homes, and apparently a stop sign in place is a guaranteed parking spot. And so, I don't call the police department because I'm not sure they've ever written a parking ticket. Um, and so I'm here before you. Can we take the stop sign down on Lethborough? It's suited the purpose temporarily. I'm a firm believer that stop signs shouldn't be around forever. They are not rocks of Gibraltar. They're more like an iceberg, and they melt and they disappear. The stop sign, I was telling Jimmy, the stop sign's barely used, so it ought to be good to go somewhere else. And as of today, there is no white line thermally bonded to the new asphalt, so there's one less thing to worry about.
Right.
Mayor, if I could, the city council has delegated this particular authority to the sign committee.
Mhm.
And I know we have a meeting scheduled, I think, Bill, and it's September the 24th.
They make the decisions now, Jeff, with stop signs and non-stop signs. We had quite a heated one last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that petitions may be a thing.
Um.
I don't know why anyone would listen to an
I don't know why
homeowners
they. Allison
association.
lives on that street.
There's no need. I asked to put it up because of the kids. No, not really. No, I mean, even the police cars, when you see them, they do like we all do, slow down and drive through. I get it.
This is the first for me. Usually we have people wanting
Wanting
stop
stop
signs everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
well, let's take that point though. Why should all this traffic stuff be everywhere? Timberwood Circle, I remember going through as a cop, and Timberwood Circle didn't have 20 stop signs. Somebody complained they put a stop sign up. Danny thought stop signs were a way to get votes. I don't know how you worry about traffic control for votes. Because if you take the stop sign up, you'd lose maybe 10 votes around the stop sign. I think your margin is a couple of thousand. I don't think you're hurting to do something different.
Right.
Just like speed signs. Is the committee where to go to raise the speed limit on the
We don't have anything
business?
to do with speed limits. It's a signs committee.
It's stop sign.
Oh, it's not, I'm sorry.
It's
No
the stop
speed.
sign
So-
committee, Jeff.
Next time I'll bring a speed limit thing on Galen to you.
Okay, I know you that.
Bill, was I right on that, the 24th? I recall one sign.
Just send me an
That's the sign committee meeting. Meeting of the sign committee on the 4th. And if we can, but at that recess, we'll be discussing stop signs. The reason I'm saying going to a later date, I want to send a letter out to everybody in the community. They can I think we did it on the 10th.
So do I need to just show up? Okay.
Well,
Do I need to bring a petition?
you want to have it taken down, either bring a petition or bring people to do it. And if there are other people that want to keep it up, they can do the same thing. You'll get the same letter that I'm going to be sending to
Okay.
everybody in the neighborhood.
It should be a trend that you should act on because traffic signs are not meant to be forever.
And
Thank you all.
Jeff, just, so-
Thank you.
this committee is not like a council committee. It's not one of our standing council committees. It's in the mayor, it's the mayor's office, her committee.
I'm not even involved in it. It's Fred and.
City council delegated. it to
We
the-
delegated the responsibility.
But ultimately, she's in charge of the city, so it comes back to her.
Yeah, you're right on that one, Jeff. Everything comes back to me. Thanks, Jeff.
All right.
Bye. Reading of the minutes, August 5th, 2025. No. Oh, I didn't see you, Judy. You're not signed up, hon. I can't hear you. You're gonna have to come forward. Uh-huh. Come on. He's not head of public works. Jimmy's head of public works.
Jimmy's Public Works, Ron is code enforcement.
Ron's head of code enforcement.
They're both here.
I want to say thank you. We complained about the tree on Galen. It's been branches and stuff all along the road. It's been there for almost a month. I called him after the last council meeting, and
Very good.
so we appreciate that.
Thanks, Judy. Reading of the minutes, August 5th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the meeting on August 5th, 2025 as distributed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. General fund warrant number 1635.
I make a motion to approve general fund warrant 1635 as distributed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Road fund warrant number 1021.
I'd like to make a motion we approve road fund 1021 is distributed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Second reading of ordinance number 1473, series 2025.
I'll make a motion for the second reading of ordinance number 1473, series 2025 by title only.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
An ordinance relating to the amendment of ordinance number 1188, series 2004 at SIG, including inter alia ordinance number 1445, series 2023, relating to compensation and classification of city employees in the city of Jeffersontown, Kentucky. I'll adopt the same summary I made last time with the addition, in the interim, since the last meeting, in discussion with Mr. Thompson, the head of the building department, there is a slight amendment on page 5 with respect to the permitting enforcement and planning inspector, which went from 1 to 2 full-time. I don't think that's filled, is it? It's just for an availability spot. That amendment was made during the interim. That's the only made, and it's being a second reading.
Okay, I want to also say that, I spoke with Fred this morning. It is in the compensation ordinance and classification about hiring a full-time, janitor. And that's going to take place in the next, I don't know when, I'm working on it now, but I think it will be under Jimmy's department. And Jimmy, if you didn't know that, I just want to tell you that we're going to put it under your department. But I've been looking, and Pam will also probably go in a few details on this. I just think it's going to be less money to the city for us to hire our own maintenance people and, you know, and janitorial service. than what we're paying out. And after talking to some of the people that we've been talking to, we just think it will, and we'd like to try it. So I had it put in the classification ordinance just in case we proceeded that way. So. Okay.
Mayor,
so
you said that's already in there, or we already? we
it was
have
already in there. Fred had it
Okay.
in there.
All right.
Okay, so where are we at?
You may entertain a motion for passage.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Committee reports. Tim Hall.
And we had asked for some presenters from other cities that have, I guess, doing or in the process of doing ideas that we are entertaining. Understand Matt has contacted 2 people, and it sounds like their council meetings are the same days as our council meetings. So we'll need to look at another date that they might be able to come join us instead of the Tuesday that I think we had said the September 2nd. And I do have to point out the following week is Gaslight Week, and I am not very much available the later week of Labor Day week.
And what's this format?
The representatives from Owensboro.
It was the E-Town.
At the Economic Development Committee meeting, we recessed the meeting and I was asked to go find a couple of people that would come and speak before that committee regarding
Okay.
the entertainment destination district. The 2 communities I'm interacting with is E-Town and Oldsboro. Both of them have their council meetings on the same night as ours, so it's hard to get them up here for that recess.
But we just left E-Town.
Right, but the lady we met with will come speak before that committee of the council, because that's what they requested. So I'm trying to coordinate that schedule. So the request was is either we can schedule for the 3rd or 4th if someone's available then of that week. If not, we have to find another opportunity if we want to bring them in at a future date.
You probably should wait after Gaslight if it's not available that week, because that's a busy week. Okay.
Yeah, that's me that can't do it that way. And then the next week is Gaslight, so I don't know. When we might be able to set it.
Also know that there's other committee meetings that meet too, so you need to touch base with me before you decide.
That's
on a
not something
date.
that has to be done right away.
I
I'll
know,
work with Bill and try to
just don't
find
pick
out.
a date.
Yeah.
Because there's other committees that do meet on
Okay.
designated nights during the month.
Okay. So if you'll coordinate that.
I'm gonna do it.
And Matt, maybe she could come to the full council that way. Didn't we talk about that instead of just committee? She could just talk to everybody.
That's fine too.
I
yeah.
think that would be
The
better.
only problem there is
For council meetings.
that's their same council meeting.
The first
so
and third.
They have to
Right.
get the release from their mayor to allow them to be able to come and not be
Oh.
available at their council. Meeting. They're gonna try for the 2nd. I haven't heard back yet, but they say that's been the challenge.
Matt, while you're up there, you might want to brief the council on, our visits with the site selectors from GLI and what we've been doing in the last 10 days with them and the amount of time we've been spending with these people. You might want to just briefly tell them.
Yeah, that's fine. Last week GLI has an annual, what they call FAM tour, stands for Familiar Tour for site selectors all across the country. A couple of them from other countries. They come into this region at the guests of GLI, and then the GLI regional partners, which Jeffersontown is a partner with GLI. We were able to get in front of all these site selectors. We had 7 this time, and we were able to talk about our community, how we participate in the regional economy for the Louisville market, which is about a 15-county region. And we were able to give an opportunity where we can give our own presentation in front of these. So that session was actually over at River Ridge across the river. They hosted it this year. And so me and Mayor went to that. We were able to give a nice presentation before these site selectors, and they got a lot of good feedback coming from that. They were very interested and pleased to know that there's a community such as Jeffersontown embedded in this larger Louisville region, and that we have such a large engine with that Bluegrass Commerce Park. So it really piqued a lot of their interest, and I've already gotten a couple of calls back from some of them that are prospecting this area. So it is very encouraging. I will probably at the next council meeting, or I can email it out there, but I distribute you the presentation that I did give in front of those site selectors, that we can kind of see, how we're kind of communicating our economic development strategy here at the city of Jefferson. But it was received very well. We were able to get to a dinner where we were able to interact with them personally and one-on-one, and be able to have a continued conversation about, why Jeffersontown is a great place to live, work, and play, and locate a business. So that was a very, very profitable business, I think, that day. Mayor, do you have anything else you'd like to add? You were a
No.
part of that, as well as touring, UPS Worldport. So that was a pretty interesting time. too.
Yeah, it was interesting. Okay. Thank you very much, Matt. Ruth,
Administration has no report.
Mark Russell?
Planning and zoning met, this afternoon, reviewing the, parking study done by QK4. And, Steve Rusi was very helpful in pointing out we have 135 unassigned parking spots in the city. So going in and adopting that, for the downtown area is not needed at this point. He is going to look at, suburban areas, see if there's anything that we need to do there for the future. But that's it.
Thank you. Vince?
Public Works has no report, but I would like to thank, concerning that incident with the school bus, I would like to thank the police department, EMS, and the fire department. They showed up, they were quick and efficient, and they calmed those kids down, did a little triage, and they even replaced the water. My neighbor donated water, they replaced that, and they cleaned up the road. I offered them, I said, give me a broom. I said, I will take care of it, and they cleaned up the road, and so it was quite an operation, but they were very professional. Thank you for that.
Vince, thank you, and thank you for being there at the right place at the right time. You know, that helped a lot. Thank you. Pam Hickey.
I have nothing to report.
Pam, where?
I have a few things. One thing that involves safety, Major Walker. We have a lot of break-ins in Monticello. A lot of break-ins in Monticello, and my neighbor last night got his car broken into. He had stuff pulled out, scattered all over his driveway. He thinks he locked his car. He doesn't know, but have you all had a lot of reports or?
Yeah, so between August 1st and August 18th, there's been a number of reports. Let me just give you a brief summary. And a lot of this and there have been arrests made and active investigations with active additional follow-up and evidence that we're processing with other agencies, so I can't give too many details. But between August 1st and August 18th, what we call T-Bud, a theft by unlawful taking of auto, 7 vehicles stolen, 2 firearms in vehicles, 4 vehicles broken into where contents were stolen from vehicles. Attempted auto theft was 4. Along with that, folks leave their either garages open, which if you walk into someone's garage unlawfully without their permission is considered a burglary. So that yielded 2 burglaries, theft of motor vehicle registration plate, 2 license plates stolen, as well as our officer recovered 3 stolen vehicles, and 6 of those vehicles were recovered by other agencies that we're partnering with. Have some subjects here. I just flashed it. A couple of subjects arrested in a particular vehicle by KSP. They were involved in multiple of our thefts between the 1st and yesterday morning. That vehicle yielded a lot of evidence that we're working, and we prefer not to put that out to the public because there's a lot of things that's ongoing with this investigation. We're working with KSP, Louisville Metro, and others in this area. These subjects are not just local. They're all over the map. Jefferson County, other counties. So we're partnering with other agencies. So there has been arrests. These 2 will probably lead to more. And I won't say what other type of evidence, but there's a lot of evidence that we're actively processing now.
Right.
With also warrants. There's a couple of warrants that we're doing on some of this evidence.
Major Walker, when we had all those break-ins, I think this happened Thursday night because I had a lot of calls on Friday. You were with me when I told you what happened. Was there a gun? Did somebody pull a gun on somebody in Monticello place?
Thank you for saying that, Mayor. I'll say this. Yes, do not approach these subjects. Out of 1 vehicle, we watched a video that one of the residents gave us. 7 subjects got out of 1 SUV. Multiple ran up. They're no longer just checking unlocked cars. They're actively smashing windows,
Yes.
going into cars where they can see what's in them or not. And there's multiple subjects with guns, and they're active. They're security as these other young folks are doing these thefts. So if it's your house, I know you want your property. It's not worth it. Let the property go. More than likely, it's insured.
Wouldn't
So-
it be better not to lock your vehicle and just take everything out of it so they don't smash your windows? I mean, they
That's an
smashed
option.
everybody's windows in Monticello.
That is an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
it's up to you. But again, some of these vehicles, nothing's been taken. As you see, I said there's some attempted thefts, broke into the vehicles, caused damage. One customer window, one report, our victim, their window was at least $500,
Mm-hmm.
$500 worth of damage, but nothing was stolen
Nothing
out
stolen.
of the car.
What do you think
So-
they're
Yeah,
looking
what are they
for?
looking for?
Everything. Right now,
Got
if
it.
they can find car keys and weapons in these cars, there have been marked police cars hit, unmarked police cars, and just regular citizens who keep guns and or spare keys in their cars. And with that, they may take your keys today, and they may not come back and get your car until tomorrow.
Mhm.
So, and these subjects, since there's such a large group, if they can take a car right then, that obviously the other morning, there was 7 subjects in one car. They would take the car because they had multiple drivers. And then those cars are used in subsequent thefts. The vehicle I flashed here is a stolen vehicle. Quickly speeding up, talking about the speeding on Galen Drive. Sergeant Gwynn attempted to stop a subject the other day who was in a stolen car. He's been driving for about a month with a stolen plate and a stolen decal to make that plate look like it's current. Fled from Sergeant Gwynn. Once they flee, we do not give chase because it put the public at harm. But he saw officers in other spots because they were closing in. He still subsequently wind up wrecking, just because we were going to stop him for speeding, not knowing it was a stolen car. He also fled his car and left some evidence in that car, which we have a search warrant that he's
Right.
actively working on prior to becoming.
Do you think, or do you not think, that lights on keep criminals away more so than not? Because I have preached this and preach this on my street, especially. Turn your lights on. It's not going to cost you that much money. And I look out at nighttime. I'm the only one that's lit up like a Christmas tree. Everybody else let me light up their street. You know, I mean, to me, and if you have bushes around your house, they hide behind your bushes. Don't be stupid. Don't have high bushes. You know, I mean, these are things that are just common sense that you could do to keep people from coming, in my opinion. But tell
The
me if I'm
lights
wrong.
help. The lights help, but this current group is a little bit different. Their method of
They're
operation,
professional.
their method of operation has changed from checking for unlocked cars. Now they're intentionally smashing windows. One of the videos I saw yesterday morning from a neighbor, they not only left the car down the streets, the windows broken, horn and lights are flashing. They stopped at this house. This house camera shows that's still, and they took their time. They're in no rush, but to have their peers with weapons on the lookout as they're breaking into this car in this driveway.
Right.
So the lights help, but currently this current trend that they're doing is more violent and different. So I light up my property, I tell my neighbors to light up theirs,
Yeah.
but I would not approach.
No, I wouldn't approach them either. I tell you something else that worries me is that people, and I have it as well, leaving our garage door openers in your car, and you lock your car. If they break in, now they have access to your house. And I see people doing this, and I'm thinking, all they got to do is grab your garage door opener. They'll come back and go in and have home invasion.
So third note, if you do not have a garage door opener in your car that's built in, some vehicle models, when the power is off, the garage door does not open. Currently, the average car, it does. So you hit the remote in the car on your visor, wherever it is in your car for the built-in garage door openers. Some of those are going to let the criminals in anyway. However, in my work truck, we don't have that feature. So starting last night, I started taking my personal remote out. But
Are we doing-
lock your interior doors.
Right.
Average homeowner now enter their garage in their home through their interior garage door, lock it, deadbolt it, whatever you can do, because these subjects are brazen. And if you're not
Yes.
prepared to deal with them, it's best to just lock up, let them have the property, and let us do the process, and we'll do our best to catch them.
Do we have, and maybe you don't want to say this publicly, but do we have people that are working undercover in different subdivisions? I mean, you can't sit over in a police car because if they see you in a police car, they're going to go somewhere else, you know, but that's just a thought in the air. You don't have to answer that. But-
Folks are out. I was out early this morning around 4:45 myself, riding through the different neighborhoods myself. Now, technically, I should not be doing that alone, but yet I still wanted to get out and see for myself.
Right.
We have officers out there working it, but I can't sit at home and not do anything. So I
Right.
wanted to go out, in which I did wind up messing with some Amazon people doing the early morning deliveries. I saw lights on, flashes on, so I approached and scared one lady with Amazon. One couple was getting off from Amazon, and then others, you can see their bright blue Amazon
Right.
vests. But they're out there. The average time lately has moved from midnight closer to the 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. So if
Yeah,
you're
it's
this
crazy,
morning,
guys.
maybe near the Monticello area. There may have been a few Ford vehicles leaving home. So I'm profiling probably Ford employees going to work, but just happened to be a bunch of Fords and or Lincolns going to work at the same time. So I'm thinking thugs, suspects. They were all Ford vehicles. So I later deduced, well, no alarms going off, no windows are broken. There were probably Ford employees going to work,
Right,
but just
Right.
wanted to be out there just to see what's going on.
right.
Maybe
Well-
that brings up a good point, because I thought about this. You just brought up the Amazon drivers. I have two houses next to me that love to get 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning deliveries. We have solicitation rules that people have to be off the streets. My dog goes crazy every time. I live in Port, so as soon as somebody gets on in the flashing thing, that seems scary to the Amazon driver, in my opinion, because exactly what you're telling. I don't want to walk up to somebody's house at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and be, oh shoot, I'm supposed to be at that house delivering this. That's something we might want to look into, not just for,
Different times that
Hours,
Amazon
like-
could be delivered.
I mean, I don't want to take away the freedom of ordering stuff, but it seems like Amazon would have thought about something like that, like for the safety of the drivers and all that. That's, for the last 3 weeks, it has been crazy.
I've
how
noticed
many
they're
times
using
they
their personal cars.
Yeah.
to deliver.
So that, I mean,
That is, that pulled my driveway and I'm like, who's that?
so I mean, that could be the cover up for theft.
Well, I
Thank
hope
you,
you
Major
guys
Walker.
get them, catch them.
Yes, ma'am. Like I say, I can't tell you all the evidence that we have, but off the arrest that KSP made on the morning of the 17th, it's yielding some very good results.
Good.
So, the one who fled from us the other night, prior to me coming here, Sergeant Gwynn is actively working that search warrant.
Right. Thank you, Major Welcome.
Thank you.
Hey, Pam.
The other thing I was gonna mention is I was lucky to take a little field trip with Carol and Matt to E-Town to meet with their mayor and economic development person and, I can't remember all their names, all their titles, but it was really to talk about this entertainment district, cause they've been doing it for 3 years now. And we got to get a feel of how it's worked for them, how they got started with it, and why they might do 7 days a week versus just 3 days a week. And it was really a lot of information. A lot, not
A lot
just,
of information about a lot of stuff, yeah.
yeah. We walked the town with them and saw their, developments and building structures and how they have the condos above the stores. And it was just really neat. It's a
I
neat
thought something
town.
that was interesting is that none of their doors, none of their buildings, they all led from one store to another store. You didn't have to go outside to walk into a store, which I think that would be a nice concept, you know, if people would do it down here, but you have to have sellers or owners that are willing to do that. And then if we do go to the open container to where you can carry your beer cup from place to place, it has a little QR code and it tells everything about E-Town. But we thought maybe we would ask them to see if it caused any trouble, but they said no, but they limited to what, Thursday, Friday and Saturday?
No, she's 7 days a week
Was it
because she
7 on
said
that one?
when, you know, like if St. Patty's Day falls on a weird day and they'd have to change it. And she said they just made it 7 days a week. And she said it's, and Matt was gonna try to get. And I think with her council meeting, it was different this next one because of Labor Day. I think their meetings are on that. I could be wrong.
They could make it here in time. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, right at 5 p.m. That'd be all right.
Thank you, Pam. Mark Bloom,
No report.
Allison.
No report.
Thank you. Again, this past Saturday night, we had supposedly the last, night market, but we had so many requests for things that are going to go on that they asked, could we possibly do it again? People have loved our night markets. We had a big crowd and, so we might try to sneak in another one in the end of October. along with some of the other stuff that Debbie's gonna talk to you about. Other than that, remember that we had a police officer, one of our police officers' son, who has passed away. They're having their service tonight, and that's where Tom is gone right now. So keep him in our prayers. Was there anything else? I don't think there was, but I want to go to my different people here. Matt, you have anything? Nothing? Debbie? You want to say anything about anything? Okay. Well, thank you. Julie? Jimmy? Jimmy, you got a lot to say.
Trail is installed. I've not been down at night yet to see how it illuminates. Know that for Motels Road in a little bit, probably could use another light pole, and I'll talk to Chad Reed about that, but there is lights on there are turned on. And
I'll take a walk
one
down
day
there
when I'm
and
not so
see.
lazy, I'll get out there at night and see how
What-
illuminated it
What we're
is.
talking about is the trail up in the Veterans Park. If anybody's ever been out the Iroquois Amphitheater and they have a trail, it would be cute at some time. I don't know when we're going to do this, but to have a trail that goes down through our park at Halloween time. But I wouldn't allow anybody to go down there unless we had lights, and we didn't have lights. So we had to work with LG&E and all that to get that on. But now, regardless, it's safety and we needed them
Safety
anyway,
first. And,
you know,
I think eventually maybe
Halloween or not.
you can look at putting a camera or two down on that trail as well.
Yes. So thank you, Jimmy. Thanks for everything you've been doing on the amphitheater. Brian? Nothing? Steve? Major Walker? Anything else? Thank you. Scott? Nothing? Okay. I don't guess anybody else is here. That being said,
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
here a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Uh,
Opposed? Motion carried. Anyone interested in going to the homeowner association meeting at, I don't know what time it started, but it's going